Money, money, oh, money, money. And the bass and drums are pounding in your head. Money, money, oh, money, money. Who cares about sleep when you can snooze in school? They'll never get to college, but they sure look cool. Don't need a cap and a gown, they're the nicest kids in town.
You can't stop the beat. Ever since we first saw the light, and I wanted like to shake it on a Saturday night. So I'm gonna shake and shimmy it with all my might today. 'Cause you can't stop the motion of the ocean or the rain from above. You can try to stop the pain after dreaming of what you had. Stop the rhythm of two hearts in love to stay. You can't stop the beat. 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 You can't stop the beat.
I'm Scott Wittman,
And I'm Marc Shaiman.
and we're the creators of Hairspray.
Co-creators. It all came from John Waters, and then we wrote the songs. Tracy Turnblad, John Waters created this great character of a girl who is just very self-confident. And she's overweight, but she doesn't see it as any kind of obstacle. And she thinks she's fantastic, and she knows she dances her off. I self-beeped. And it's something for us all to learn and strive to be. I mean, kids or adults, still, it's hard to be like Tracy. It's hard not to get, torn down by things you might hear someone say about yourself, or nowadays what you may read on the internet. So she's a great role model, and just letting it. She just knows what she has to offer.
You really want it?
It's my dream, Daddy.
Then you go for it.
Oh, hi there. Am I too late to audition?
Not too late, dear, just too much.
Getting to write, and put words in Tracy Turnblad's mouth is great. Because she'll say what's on her mind, and so that's great to get to write. And her spirit is so pure and so good that we had to dig deep within ourselves to find the goodness. And it's just
But like most musical comedy heroines, she's fearless, and she comes from a long line of those. So she doesn't see anything wrong with her world. So.
I mean, like Scott said, Dolly, Mame, Annie Oakley. I mean, musical theater is full of these kind of female characters who know what they want, know who they are, and just little by little letting everyone else know, this is me, take me as I am, and it's pretty fantastic.
Cozy up, told Corny, and tell us about yourself, Trace.
One day, I hope to become the first woman president of the world. Or a rocket. You gotta think big to be big.
And if you were president, what would your first official act be?
Well, I'd make every day Negro Day.
Tracy thinks she's beautiful, so and she is on inside and out. So, and the world has come a long way since then. And when you see even like precious Gabby Sidibe on the cover of Elle magazine, that's a big step. And even when the show opened, I remember Anna Wintour from Vogue magazine wanted to put Marissa, who starred in the show, in Vogue magazine, which is a.
I'm Tracy Turnblad.
Whoa! What else do you have hiding in those kids?
Oh, well, here's one I picked up in detention. It's called Peyton Plays After Midnight. I use it to attract the opposite sex.
Hey, check her out, everybody! All right.
The time that Hairspray takes place in is both, on the one hand, very innocent, and people really not talking about, maybe not thinking about some of the things that now in modern culture is right there in your face every day, and yet the bigotry and racism that was still happening in our country, it's still, of course, still happening now. But at that point, it was really boiling over with people finally saying enough with this, or about to really have enough inner strength to say, we're not going to take this anymore.
Because there's an actual world where African Americans were not allowed to dance on television with white people. And
I mean, that's amazing to think nowadays.
Teenagers, they just love watching that corny Collins.
Delinquents! It ain't right dancing to colored music.
Don't be silly, it ain't colored. The TV's black and white.
Nice one. white kids who like to lead the way. And once a month we have our Negro Day.
Well, we were just trying to stay true to John Waters' vision. And John's original conceit was he wanted to write a comedy about racism. So we tried to stick to his creed in the show and try to honor his vision of that period.
Hold it, white day is every day. You got to be more specific than that.
On Mother's Daughter Day, we're thin as in, we're white as wool.
Well, ladies, big is back, and as for black, it's beautiful. All shapes and sizes, follow me. Let's bust that chop.
We call the cops.
We're gonna dance our way to victory.
Stay away.
TV got it in our head.
Stay away.
TV got it in our head. We're here to dance. We're here to stay.
Tracy, this was beautiful.
Big blind and beautiful leads the way.
She's learned from where she's been that you can't just do it all at once, but she knows that there are these building blocks and stepping
Step
stones
by step, right?
to get the right thing to happen. And, that's a great example of someone who one could say was listening to Dr. Martin Luther King and learning how it can't all be about violence and anger, and you have to figure out how we're going to do this, and knowing we're going to do it, but let's do this the right way so that it's real and it doesn't hurt or scare anyone, and the right thing gets finally done.
Well, I hope that they do come away with a sense of that time period and what people had to go through in order to dance on television together.
And hopefully the experience of putting on Hairspray, it's still, because who are we kidding? There are still, the situations in Hairspray still exist. And it's always been a great pleasure for us to have that combination of white and black cast who are, I don't want to say forced to work together, but in some situations that may exist. I know when we did in South Africa, you could feel that we were told like it was the first time that they had a black dance captain, and for a black man to tell people what to do was still for them a little like, oh, this is different. So it's great that Hairspray was one little version of keeping that, that boulder rolling.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. I can say it ain't so, but darling, what's the use? Darker the chocolate, the richer the taste, and that's where it's at. Now run and tell that.
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 Run and tell that. Come on, guys, let's take. Living in the ghetto, black is everywhere you go. Who'd have thought I'd love a girl with skin as white as winter snow?
In my ivory tower, life was just a hostess snack. But now I've tasted chocolate and I'm never going back. Darling, you had best believe me. Never leave me without love.
When to write Hairspray, we watched the movie, of course, repeatedly, and there were certain lines of dialogue that John had created, and that seemed to cry out to be a title. At one point, Tracy turns to Edna when they've been redone, and she says, "Look, Mama, welcome to the '60s." Well, that sounded like a song title to her.
Hey, Mama, take my hand.
First, let's make a pitch up at the wiener stand.
Hey, Mama, take a chance.
Oh, Tracy, it's been years since someone asked me to dance.
Go, go, go.
Of the past now, say hello to the light in your eyes. Yes, I know that the world's spinning fast now, but you gotta run the race to win the prize. Hey, Mama, welcome to the '60s. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, Mama, welcome to the '60s. Oh, 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 oh. Go, Mama, go, go, go. Oh, Mama.
We always wanted to start the show in kind of a traditional musical comedy way. kind of like Oklahoma, where he sings, "Oh, what a beautiful morning." And that sort of became the idea of Good Morning Baltimore, because it's the exact opposite of that in reality. So,
But the spirit of Hairspray took over, because although we wrote Good Morning Baltimore thinking it's funny that she'd be singing like Curly does in Oklahoma, this beautiful scene, and she's looking out over
rats
and stuff. So we thought it was, funny that she would have such a positive outlook, but it just became only positive, really. That Tracy Turnblad spirit actually kind of, I guess, overtook us even. I mean, we once were going to write other verses that, like, "Good morning, Baltimore, every day, every street's like an open sore." And we just found ourselves not wanting to go there eventually, because Tracy's spirit was just stopping us.
In the streets that I love. Good morning, Baltimore. Every day's like an open door. Every night is a fantasy. Every sound's like a symphony. Good morning, Baltimore. And someday when I take to the floor, the world's gonna wake up and see Baltimore and me.
Well, it feels good to be part of a show that can both entertain and yet, start a discussion or start an enlightenment to those young enough to not realize, our history.
Ever since this whole world began, a woman found out if she shook and she could shake up a man. So I'm gonna shake and shimmy it the best that I can today. But you can't stop the motion of the ocean or the sun in the sky. You can wonder if you wanna go, never ask why. You can try to hold me down, I'm gonna spin in your eye and say that you can't stop the beat. What you have to say, Penny?
I am now a checkerboard chick.
You can't stop the river as it rushes to the sea. You can try to stop the hands of time, but you know it just won't be. And if they try to stop us, seaweed, I'll call the NAACP. The world keeps spinning round and round. My heart's keeping time to the speed of sound. Lost in my head, lost drums, and I found my way.
You can't stop the beat. Ever since we first saw the light, and then a woman likes to shake it on a Saturday night. So I'm gonna shake and shimmy it with all my might today. 'Cause you can't stop the motion of the ocean or the rain from above. You can try to stop the paradise we're dreaming of, but you can't stop the rhythm of two hearts in love to stay. You can't stop the beat.
This is my dance, and it's dedicated to everyone.
Come on, everybody, let's dance. This could be the largest novelty item ever erected. Fire! So what'd I miss? I've been stuck in that can since lunch. And I wouldn't rush right in there after me if I was you. Oh no.
Mama, we did it! We're on national television.
National television, America. I made this myself. You can't stop my happiness, 'cause I like the way I am. And you just can't stop my knife and fork when I see a Christmas ham. So if you don't like the way I look, well, I just don't give a damn. 'Cause the world keeps spinning round and round. My heart keeping time to the speed of sound. I was lost till I heard the drums and I found my way. You can't stop the beat. Ever since this whole world began, a woman died like if she shook it, she could shake up a man. So I'm gonna shake and shimmy it the best that I can today. You can't stop the motion of the ocean or the sun in the sky. If you wonder, if you wanna, but I'll never ask why. If you try to hold me down, I'm gonna spit in your eye and say, you can't stop the beat. Oh, we'll be a demon, call the backup now. Now, Maybell, assistance, please.
Trying to wrap this mother up. Oh, you can't stop today.
No!
Come beating down the track.
Ooh, child, yes.
Today is history.
Be gone.
Never coming back.
Look ahead, 'cause tomorrow
is a
brand new day.
and it don't know right from left.
Yeah.
The world
Keep spinning round and round.
and my heart
Keeping time with the speed of sound.
I was lost
Till I heard the drums and I found my way. But you can't stop. Ever since we first saw the light, a man and woman like to shake it on a Saturday night. So I'm gonna shake and shimmy it with all of my might today. You can't stop the motion of the ocean or the rain from above. You can try to stop the paradise we're dreaming of, but you can't stop the rhythm of your heart's in love to stay.